Oh, but can we talk about another 5-year elephant in the room right now regarding gaming?
Sure, sure.
This generation sucks
Oh yeah.
balls.
Yes,
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 God.
yes, yes.
This
Jesus
generation
fucking
sucks. Like,
Christ!
I mentioned it
This
before,
generation,
but dear
yes.
God, like, the scalper incident?
Oh,
God, bro, like,
Well,
we
do
were,
you guys want to start with the PS5? How it has like one game right now?
That being Astro Bot.
yeah, but that came later.
I...
5 years later. Each their own.
Meanwhile, let me play on my PC console, the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the Xbox, the quote-unquote massive quotes Xbox handheld? That's just basically a Steam Deck, but smaller.
I mean, I think that's all there is to it by all accounts. I think, if anything, the more interesting thing is the fact that by all accounts, Xbox is thinking towards it being more integrated to PC.
Right. Xbox wants to just make PCs now, and I was like, why have you just not been doing that?
Like, honestly, I'm like, you know what? I think the reason is just because we didn't have anything like the Steam Deck. Because by all accounts, I think by all accounts, I think they kind of saw in, if I was more so in Xbox shoes, they saw what Sony was doing and trying to copy Nintendo, and they were just like, okay, if we don't do what Sony's doing, we should get along fine, right? And to their credit, they have been getting along pretty smoothly, relatively. But they see, like, the Switch come out and just like, oh, man, like, that's such an ingenious idea. We should do a handheld device. But, I mean, who would buy it over the Switch? And then Steam comes right out of left field with the deck where, oh, it's a PC. Oh, it can play an entire PC library. Oh, it has emulation capabilities. It has modding capabilities. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. They have something there.
Okay, can we, let's see. I feel like, if I want to go back to a previous point you just made.
Yeah.
And it kind of it's a very extremely telling of the issue with Xbox right now. You said that Xbox was watching and they were like, well, as long as we don't do what Sony does, we'll be fine. They didn't do what Sony does. The issue is they didn't do anything else. And that's the issue.
Yeah. Like,
yes, they didn't do what Sony did. Yes, they're more consumer friendly, but they didn't do anything else. They're just expecting that goodwill to actually do something for them instead of capitalizing on it.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop us from criticizing Xbox, especially considering the biggest Xbox show is not in the call right now. But I mean, it's just like, by all means, it's just like Nintendo, by all accounts, was for a long time now, spearheading sort of the video game industry in terms of where you should put your money. But even then, with stuff like the Switch, like, I think people...
Until recently.
Even recently, yeah. But with the Switch, it's just like, people were noticing, by all accounts, just sort of the drawbacks of, just getting a Switch in current day. And by all accounts, like, I mean, then there was the PS4, which... had library of games, but dear God, how much do I have to pay for multiplayer? Fuck that shit. Xbox is just kind of the middle of the road by all accounts.
Yeah, it's kind of just, they have Game Pass, but it's like, okay, but what do you have on Game Pass? Old games you've probably played before, and some obscure titles. Yeah, maybe an indie game or two that actually looks interesting every now and then.
Yeah, and it also adds to the biggest problem I have with these current
games, yeah.
The current gen gaming is that not necessarily rehashing older games and whatnot, but more so, oh, you want me to be able to do anything with my friends? You want me to be able to play these old games? I have to pay your subscription service?
Clearly, right?
If I was going to subscribe to a platform that was borderline wanting me to pirate games and everything, I just go and get a Netflix subscription.
So,
I'm just like, why would I... Here's the thing. why would I subscribe to current day gaming to play multiplayer and everything when, one, Steam just lets me do that free of charge, and two, there's a library of games from previous generations that I could just pick up for significantly cheaper, a fraction of what it costs for a new console nowadays, and just play that shit.